Coming up on BTV News, saying goodbye to the class of 2022. We'll hear from administration, faculty, and staff as we wish the seniors the best of luck.
Plus, we hear from the seniors themselves as they share some of their fondest memories at Benjamin.
And look what we found. We take a look at some members of the class of 2022 when they visited the upper school as third graders.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of BTV News. I'm Sydney Steinger.
And I'm Catherine Civitello. We're representing the senior staff here at BTV. If you give us 15 minutes, we'll give you a senior send-off you won't forget.
Plenty to get to today, including a look into a senior tradition, the lake jump. But first, our top story.
It is hard to believe, but there is only one day remaining for the seniors on campus, at least with taking classes. But before they go, we caught up with some of them to find out what they, or who they, will remember about their time here on the upper school campus.
I just love the bus rides, the lacrosse team, and just every moment I spent with Ryan and Andy.
My favorite Benjamin moment was our Christmas in November game when we won regionals to go to the state semis for volleyball.
Favorite Benjamin moment was probably last year during, I think it was Chillin' and Grillin' Week when Craig Carter-Stewart was in the Just Dance competition. I mean, those moves were, they're something else.
My favorite Benjamin moment is seeing Charlie Scotto in the hallways.
My favorite Benjamin memory was probably in 8P art history when we were having a peaceful class with Miss Clark just lecturing us.
Probably beating Jake at poker and multivariable.
My favorite Benjamin memory is every single time I see Cy Chigger Hockey.
My favorite Benjamin memory was sophomore year Spirit Week, chillin' and grillin'.
My favorite memory is F period stats class with Miss Mays, with Andrew McDonough, Stone Wilshire, Antonio Maciel, Michael Bartolotta, Trey Williams, Ryan Hendy.
Making it to the playoffs every year in baseball and then losing first round.
My favorite Benjamin moment is when in stats we got to do fun activities.
Favorite Benjamin memory has to be when I crashed my car in the parking lot. I am so sorry, Alexa.
My favorite moment at the Benjamin School is the biggest comeback game at the regional quarterfinal this year.
My first time meeting Luke Casper.
My favorite Benjamin memory was going to all the sporting events with like a big group and making a nice student section for the teams.
My favorite Benjamin memory was when Craig Carter-Stewart competed against Andrew Weiss in the eating contest.
Favorite memory is the baseball announcements freshman year in the gym.
We've got some great memories here at Benjamin. What do you think your favorite would be?
Mine have to be filming BTV in Spirit Weeks. What about you, Catherine?
Mine would definitely be sporting events and cheering everybody on.
Yeah, those are some good memories. Well, speaking of memories, a lot were made for all of us with our advisors. Meeting twice a week over 4 years with the same advisor built some strong bonds between student and teacher. Senior advisors say their final goodbyes as they spend time with the class of 2022 during their last week of school.
They were a bunch of small little freshmen, scared, intimidated, afraid to talk, afraid to speak. They were afraid of their own shadows.
You know, freshmen are always crazy anyways, but this, I knew, right away that this was a pretty mature group. They were self-sufficient, didn't get into trouble. That makes my life easier.
Advisors talk about how they've seen their advisees grow over the past 4 years of having them.
We lost one student, Dan. He went up north to play hockey. Thank goodness a hurricane hit the Abacos, or we never would have had Robin. Calvin came in his junior year. Allie Brown switched over her junior year, as did Reagan. So we have a pretty terrific group.
Over the 4 years, they've grown pretty close. Our advisory spends a lot of time together outside of school, and we have a pretty high-end academic advisory, so they're all in the same classes for the most part. So they really grew up together.
They share what the future holds for themselves and their advisees.
I'm going to see athletes, watch them on TV. You have baseball players in there, basketball. We have our dancer Amelia, and oh my gosh, art. There's really a wide range. Golf. Yeah, there's a big range in my advisory of all of those. So I'm going to be seeing them all over.
Well, of course I'm going to miss my current advisory. I'm getting Mrs. McKinney's advisory, so I won't have freshmen. They'll be juniors next year, so I'm going to hopefully fill her shoes and take over.
I know they're going to do well. They're going to change the world. They are.
The seniors will miss their advisors, and we wish you the best of luck with your new advisories next year. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3 for the last time, I'm Sydney Steinger.
To jump or not to jump? That is the question pondering seniors each year when it comes to the Senior Splash. Whichever you decide, each has their own reasons on whether to take the plunge or not. The annual Senior Lake Jump is approaching as quickly as ever. The Benjamin community has watched and participated in this tradition for as long as anyone can remember. This year, we take a closer look at what is really inside of the lake.
We found overall the water quality index, which is a measurement on a scale of 0 to 100. It was 78 for one class, 75 for another. They tested on 2 different days. So that's good. It is qualified as good water quality. But what we did find that's questionable is fecal coliform. And if you break the word apart, fecal is referring to feces, excrements, waste. And then coliform is referring to E. coli. So it's bacteria that feeds on sewage or waste. But if you think about it, we have fish and turtles and ducks, animals in the pond. So they are excreting feces, so there's bacteria breaking it down. So it's natural. But if I were you swimming, I would totally go in the lake. I would paddle across the lake, but I would not put my nose, eyes, ears, or mouth under.
In spite of some questionable bacteria, many people are still participating in the swim. There have been some new additional requirements that we will hear about now.
The permission form that we send out for students and parents to sign, it's not new. I think there's a misconception that it's a new form. It's not. The only thing new about it is that, as we thought about the tragedy that happened at St. Edward's, correct? We just wanted to make sure that we do everything possible to make the lake jump successful while also as safe as possible. So the most logical thing we came up with was just for students to wear life jackets. The form is also done so that parents know. Students are going to be jumping in the lake, and retaining ponds aren't the cleanest bodies of water. We just want to make sure that everyone's kind of aware of the risks that are involved in the lake jump.
Many students are extremely excited, as it is their rite of passage to do this swim, and will be on floaties and more, while other students are a bit more objective on the matter.
I won't be jumping in the lake because it's gross, not gonna lie. I also don't want any sort of bacteria or brain-eating amoeba of some sort. I know it is tradition, and I understand that. It is a rite of passage of Benjamin to do this, but I don't really want to risk my health for that, especially with the excessive amount of moss that's all over this lake. It's just kind of gross, not gonna lie, so not for me.
Reporting for BTV News Channel 3 for the last time, I'm Catherine Civitella.
Are you taking the plunge, Catherine?
I am not taking the plunge, Sydney, are you?
Yep. Well, we're going to take a quick time out, but plenty more ahead when BTV Senior Edition continues.
That's right. We look back at some of the senior class as third graders. Stay with us, more BTV coming up next.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out today and supporting my decision. It's been a tough decision to make, but I'd like to thank my friends, my family, and all my coaches. I will be taking my talents too. Bentley University. Yes, sir. We're up. Bentley all the way.
Welcome back. As seniors are ready to depart, they aren't doing so without leaving something behind for the underclassmen. Advice.
Find something that you're truly passionate about and maybe start off with a club at first and then kind of branch off from there and see what you can do with it outside of school, because when colleges see that continued growth, they admire that.
My advice to underclassmen is to join clubs and be active in the school community.
Don't focus so much on the little things. Start early, making sure you get your grades in, don't turn in late work, and don't stress out about the little things.
My advice to underclassmen is don't be scared to be involved. I think the upperclassmen are sometimes a little intimidating, or at least they were for me, but everybody's very friendly and they want you to be involved and they want you to be a part of it, so get involved.
Don't slack off, like don't procrastinate, just like get ahead of your work and then have fun, have a social life. Everything doesn't have to be about school. Go play a sport, do extra curricular activity or something.
Just find your people. It might take a little bit of time, especially if you're new coming in freshman year, trying to get that groove, but eventually by senior year, you should have a great group of friends, and those are the people who will be there for you for no matter what. So,
do your homework. It actually matters. Actually, do well in school, That's what I give advice to the underclassmen.
I know that during my high school years, I stressed out a lot and I put a lot of pressure on myself and I forgot to enjoy it. And it just goes by really fast, so I would just, take it slow and take it one day at a time and make sure that you keep things in perspective so you don't really stress out a lot over the little things.
Best advice for freshmen is making friends out of the teachers so they can make life easier for you.
Don't be afraid to do something that you love, even if the majority isn't doing it.
Well, if you went to the Benjamin Lower School as a third grader, you more than likely took part in the nonfiction unit of study on ocean life. We dusted off some pretty old clips from 2013 and thought it would be fun to take a look at just how far we've come.
What is blubber almost everywhere in its body? An orca, of course. Females can grow up to 20 feet in length and males can grow up to 27 feet. Can you believe that most of an orca's weight is made up of blubber?
There are more than 950 species of sea urchins. Did you know that when you wave your hand over a sea urchin's spines, they will follow the path your hand makes? A sea urchin uses its spine to protect itself from predators. I sure wouldn't want to step on one of those guys.
Can you imagine that sharks lived 400 million years ago? That's before the dinosaurs lived. Sharks are extremely adaptable and can be found in all oceans of the world. As fierce as they are, sharks also have predators, including humans.
The mother seal, called the cow, has been waiting for almost 9 months now. Her pup will be born soon. She has been working hard to fatten herself up. The pup is too young to get its own food. The mother regurgitates some of her fat to feed the pup, so that she does not have to leave the pup alone to hunt for food. A cow usually has one pup at a time, but on rare occasions she may have 2.
If you look into the throat of an eel, you'll see things like the 4 fins. The 4 fins help the eel slide, wiggle, and stretch. Eels are able to squeeze into very tight hiding places because of these fins. Can you believe these fins allow the eel to be more flexible than any other fish? The killer whale is the most powerful predator. It eats seals, penguins, fish, squid, dolphins, and porpoises. Like people eat pizza, ice cream, cake, chicken, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Orcas all look the same, but there's only one difference: their eyes.
Did you know how deep a sea turtle's nest is? It is about 100 feet deep, and the mom digs with her back flippers.
You know great white sharks are harmless. They want you to get out of their waters. If you don't swim in their waters, you know you are safe.
Did you know that marine iguanas shrink when they get cold? Let me put it this way. That would be like a kid the size of a second grader one day and a kindergarten the next day.
Do you know where wild penguins live? They live in the southern hemisphere. They live in Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand, and South America and Africa. Bigger penguins live in colder areas. They also travel in groups called colonies.
Hammerhead sharks are great hunters. They smash their heads against the manta to stun it, then bites the raised wings to disable it, and then takes their time to enjoy the meal. Normally, a hammerhead shark swims about 4 miles per hour, but when chasing prey, they can swim up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. about the same speed you can travel in your car around town.
Can you believe that an octopus has 3 hearts? 2 of their hearts pump blood through the gills, while the third heart pumps blood through the rest of the body. The 3 hearts are located in one area. Did you know that an octopus blood is blue?
Faster than a thirsty jackrabbit, the king of the coral reef sinks his razor-sharp teeth into an octopus the size of a pimple. Wow! An eel can eat tuna, krill, squid, mahi-mahi, and nearly everything. People should start calling them T-Rex with that kind of diet. Did you know the bones in an eel's spine are like batteries, just with way more power than a usual battery?
Did you know that a male whale can hold its breath for over 2 hours and female whales can only hold their breath for 40 minutes? If a whale needs to take a deep breath, they go up to the surface. When a whale drinks seawater, they blow it out of their blowholes.
Did you know that a baby dolphin is called a calf? Dolphins give birth to 1 baby at a time. The mother carries her calf for a year. Can you believe that calves know how to swim right away? A calf will stay with its mother for 3 to 6 years before it joins a pod.
One of the exciting things I learned is that a male marlin weighs around 300 pounds and a female marlin weighs around 1,400 pounds. Another thing I learned is that a marlin is the fastest creature in the ocean, swimming at almost 70 miles per hour. That's the speed limit on our highways. Can you believe that a baby sea turtle has so many predators? Some crabs, seagulls, and small fish feast on the baby sea turtles. The adult turtle has large predators such as sharks, octopi, whales, and other large dangerous creatures that live in the sea. So watch out, sea turtles. Did you know there are over 443 types of starfish? One starfish can have more than 40 arms. If a starfish loses an arm, a new one will grow in its place. Starfish live on the bottom of the seafloor and munch on tasty clams. Did you know that an adult ray can go without eating for more than a week? Once a ray decides to eat, they will eat lots of things like shrimp, clams, squid, and sea snails. Unlike adults, baby rays must eat often or they won't survive. Baby rays rely on their mothers to protect them from any harmful predators. Can you believe that the father ray doesn't care for its baby?
Dolphins are very smart creatures. The bottlenose dolphin is trained to work in the Army. The dolphin is used to detect bombs underwater. They often wear cameras while they are working. A mother octopus protects her baby so well that she does not eat at all. She dies of hunger after the babies are hatched.
In the deep, murky waters, there is a creature that is so scary you might faint. If you were a fish, you would struggle for life. It's the anglerfish!
Baby manatees eat 1,200 pounds of food a day, and adult manatees only eat 100 pounds of food a day. In salt water, manatees eat manatee grass, turtle grass, seagrass, shoal grass, different species of algae, mangrove leaves, and red mangrove seedlings. In freshwater, they eat algae and water hyacinthus.
Dolphins can hold their breath for up to 15 minutes at a time. Dolphins have 1 to 3 babies also at a time. There are 32 species of dolphins and most of them are getting endangered.
Dolphins live in a pod. The pod works together to herd a group of fish in order to get big meals.
Wow, I looked so young back then. We all did. Well, that's going to put a wrap on this special senior edition of BTV News. A huge thank you to Mr. Hoy, Miss, Mr. Ruggie, especially Mr. Archer, and all of my teachers for making the past 4 years so special.
And a thank you on my behalf to Doc Perugia, Miss Mays, and Mr. Kramer. Thank you so much for the past 4 years. So for Director Will McAvoy, Sydney Steinger, and the entire BTV News crew, I'm Catherine Civitella, leaving you with a farewell to the class of 2022. Thanks for everything, Benjamin.
Class of 2022, congratulations, farewell, all the best to you as you move along from the Benjamin School. I've loved getting to know you over the 4 years you spent here, the vast majority of you. It was great to meet those of you who came in as sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and you all contributed incredibly to the Class of 2022 as well.
So dear Class of 2022, it's been a pleasure to work with you the last 2 years. I wish you all the best on your future endeavors and best of luck in college. We're still here when you come back home, so come on by and see us. Best of luck.
Hey, Benjamin Seniors, Class of 2022. My advice to you is enjoy. Call home, time management, and make sure you are a sponge when you go out to college. Absorb as much as you can and really get the most out of it. You did it here at the Benjamin School. Congratulations. Go Bucks.
To the Class of 2022, we will miss you so much when you're gone. Think about your time at Benjamin, reflect on all the lessons that you've learned, but most importantly, know that you can go confidently into the world and just be you. You have all the tools that you need, and we will be here, back here on Grandiflora, cheering you on and being with you every step of the way.
Hi, Class of 2022. I just want to say congratulations and farewell. You folks will always hold such a special place in my heart. I feel like we are graduating together. I started with you guys as freshmen, and I'll always remember you all, and I'm so proud of all that you have done in the classroom, on the field, in the arts, just in life in general, and I know you guys will go out there and make us all proud. So when I tell you I will miss you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. So I love you all so much, and congratulations and good luck. Don't forget about us.
To the Class of 2022, I would say don't ever let fear creep into the fabric of who you are. Be brave. Never be afraid to be yourself. Grow, evolve, change, and in the end, just be happy. Congratulations.
Hi seniors, I'm so excited for you to see what the future is going to bring. Make good choices, but have fun, and I'll see you sometime. Los amo.
I'd like to thank Coach Harbeck for being an inspiring figure in my golf career, and I can't wait for the next chapter of my life.
Saying goodbye to Melfo44 on Instagram. Thanks for a great semester of AP Art History.
Hi, Oliver DeFerrari.
Just kidding, we're going to school next year together.
Thank my advisor, Mr. Kramer, for teaching me the most important quote throughout all of high school, time and a place.
Bye, Benjamin. It was nice while it lasted.
Bye.
Say goodbye and thank you to my dad. It's been cool being at the same school as you the past 4 years, and I'm going to miss you a lot.
Goodbye, Benjamin. Bro.
Goodbye, Mr. Lemmy. Have fun with your kid.
I'm saying goodbye to my two favorite sophomores, Bryn and Marley.
Goodbye, Tay-Tay, my BFF.
Say goodbye to Mr. Jacobson. I'm gonna miss you.
Say bye to everyone. I'm gonna miss you guys so much, especially my friends. And I've had so much fun being president.
Bye, Goldie, aka Miss Goldberg.
Goodbye, Seamus. Goodbye, Micah.
Goodbye, Coach Kresser. I would just like to say a special goodbye to Mrs. Guzman and especially Will Zhang.
I'll say goodbye to all the students at the school. It's a great community that we have here, and I hope it can shine after these seniors leave.